What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? This is Renebean, and welcome to another episode of Live Video Game Hunting, the series I started up so I can take all of you along for the ride and show you these pickups through yard sales, garage sales, flea markets. I go to thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army, and I'll use apps like LetGo, OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook, really whatever I can use to get my hands on awesome games at excellent prices. You get to see it through the live footage. Make sure you stick through to the end of the video, because not only do I go over everything on a one-on-one level as well as anything I did not get on camera, but I also announced the winner to the weekly contest giveaway. And this week I got to announce two winners since I'm a week behind. If you want to get in on it, the rules are super simple. Obviously, be subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Hopefully something positive. If you want a little extra credit, share these videos so other people can see these awesome finds and learn how to build their collections as well. Links to everything in the description below. eBay store, Mercari store, Twitch account, P.O. Box, Instagram. Everything you could ever want in the description below. Guys, I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell. I'm always excited for my Sunday videos, but this one, we got heaps of stuff to go through. So I want you to sit back and relax. Let's check it out. Alright everybody, I am super happy to finally give y'all another Sunday video. Let me know what you guys have found here lately, whether it's good or bad. I love hearing about the finds that you guys get out there in the wild. So anyways, here I am at Goodwill, and you're going to see a whole lot of Goodwill in this episode. For whatever reason, I have caught them slipping multiple times, as you're going to find out. And check it out, the first game that I come across right here, Dino Stalkers by Capcom for the PlayStation 2. I did not have this. The game absolutely looks awesome. Of course I'm going to pick it up. Same with Godzilla Save the Earth. That was another one that was great to pick up, and I believe these games were only about $1.50 to $2 a piece. They were not expensive at all. One thing that I've noticed with my Goodwill that I have grown to absolutely hate, simply for the fact that there is one kid that individually prices all these games. They set them aside, he puts them behind the glass, and he prices them at or above eBay. But here lately, they've been wheeling out these grocery carts full of VHSs, and people are just throwing all sorts of stuff in there, and that's when you catch Goodwill slipping. So hopefully that trend continues, but like I always tell you, check with the VHSs, the DVDs, because that's a lot of times, if your Goodwill individually prices games, that's where you're going to have the most success. Now, as I round the corner, I see sitting by itself, Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii, and it was in excellent condition. Again, this game I think was $1.50 to $2. It was not expensive at all. Now, I do got to apologize for the crappy film work. I did not have my spy glasses on me, so I'm using my phone. So you'll see that a few times throughout this episode. There's a, like I said, Goodwill is a known presence in this whole episode. I catch them slipping quite a bit, as you're going to find out, but I had to use my phone for a lot of it, so I do apologize for that. So I do end up picking up the three games, Dino Stalker for the PlayStation 2, as well as Godzilla Save the Earth, and then also, as you've just seen, Donkey Kong Country for the Wii. Excellent pickups right there. I can't stress it enough. If your Goodwill sells VHSs, and some of them don't, always look through them, because the times that I'm catching them slipping is when I am coming over here and they're just tossing the stuff randomly into buggies or onto the shelves before it actually gets to the people who individually price this stuff. So stay on that hunt. Be vigilant with it, and you will get these finds. Here I am at Goodwill again, and I get an excellent score right here. As I look up, I see two beautiful splines of Gamecube games, and check them out. We got Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 for the Nintendo Gamecube. I need Pikmin 2 for my collection. That is one that I have not found yet, and the price tag on them was $1. Are you kidding me? What an excellent steal. Pikmin 2 does not have the manual, but you know what? I'm not a completionist. It does not bother me. Sadly, I open up Pikmin 1 to reveal Luigi's Mansion. That's okay. That didn't break my heart as much as you think it would. I already got Pikmin 1, and you know what? I'll take Luigi's Mansion over that any day. So for $1 a piece, this was an absolute excellent pickup at Goodwill. And like I said, I needed Pikmin 2 for my collection, and now I got it. Now, this Goodwill has a spot specifically for controllers, and my mindset is if there's GameCube games here, there might be a GameCube controller or two over there with the spot. So I go over here and check, and I'm glad I did. So as I approach, I can see it from a mile away. I got the purple GameCube controller, and the price was not terrible. It was marked at $4. Like I always tell you, people, pick up your controllers if they don't have any splits or frays in the wires. They are worth having on hand because you always need one to complete a system, or it's great to have extras because controllers do get faulty over time. So while scoping out the controllers, I come across a Nintendo Wii Classic controller. Again, this thing was $4. That is an excellent pickup right there. I believe they go somewhere between $15 and $20 if I'm not mistaken. But again, $4, excellent pickup right there. Now I thought I came across a black Nintendo GameCube controller, but obviously it is an aftermarket. I don't really pick up aftermarket GameCube controllers at all unless it's one that I need for my collection. So the last find here that I get on the shelf was a Nintendo Wiimote for $4. All their controllers, I guess that's their standard currently because their prices do change, but it wasn't Motion Plus, but for $4 I always need these controllers on hand. Here's kind of a sad pickup right here. You'll see me look at this thrift store. You don't really get to see them much because I don't really have that much luck. But looking through their Nintendo DS games, I do see Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I thought it was going to be a good pickup because they typically charge $3 or $4 per game. I opened it up and the game wasn't in there, but she was very kind and she just let me have the case. So I got the case for free. You can't hate that. I might come across the game loose and now I have to be able to complete it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the man, the myth, the legend, and it's not the guy on the TV screen. It's Cheeto. Check him out. You've heard me talk about him before, and now you finally get to see him. This guy, I grew up with. Me and him go way back. And the reason that I'm here is I upgraded his Xbox One with my S. I gave him the slim version, the white one that I had. You'll actually see it on the counter over there. And he gave me this Call of Duty version, and he had a big box of games that he said he found at his dad's house, and he was going to give, those to me, as well as some money. I was like, man, you do not need to give me any money. This was more than a fair trade. Obviously, being a good friend of mine, I'm not trying to take advantage of him at all. But this is still a great pickup because I end up getting 2 games that I did not have and 2 label upgrades, which I cannot hate that at all. Now, there's one item in this box that I have been needing for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of you out there need this. But when it comes to Mario Paint, you can have the mouse and you can have the game, but do you have the actual board that it comes with? This is one thing that I've needed for quite some time, and now I'm glad to add that to the collection. So in this box, he had some pretty good stuff. We got a copy of Joe and Mac, which turned out to be a label upgrade for me, and then a copy of the Addams Family, which I didn't have at all in my collection, so that was a great addition right there. In the back, you can see a copy of Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin's goofy-looking ass on there, as well as there's the mouse for the Mario Paint, and then one more game that I did not have from my collection was Super R-Type. That's a great addition right there. I've been looking for that one for a while, and now I have it. Very happy about it. We also got a Nintendo NES Quick Shot and a Zapper. So these are all great items. I always need these for bundles later on down the road, so it was a great pickup. Cheeto, thank you so much for that. I hope you can find more stuff in your dad's attic. Alright guys, I'm kind of on the fence about if this is my favorite pickup of the week. This stuff right here is at a pawn shop you have seen in previous pickups. I typically have pretty good luck here as long as I check them, at least like once a month. If I go more than that, I'm digging through stuff that I've already dug through, and I gotta let them build up some inventory. So the way this pawn shop works is most of all of its games are $4.95, and they do have some games that are marked higher, and they got games behind a glass, underneath a shelf that they consider they're more high-end games, which sometimes they're right on with it, and a lot of times they don't know what the hell they have. What I like to do is I like to get free games here, and the way that I do that is I look for games that I don't have, and then I look for games that I can resell and recoup the cost of that. Now, I don't understand how people do not realize when you go to a pawn shop, they mark things at a price because they know that they are expecting a haggle. They are expecting someone to get a price cut. When you go into a pawn shop and you pay full price for an item, you are an idiot. Always ask them for a deal. Ask them, can you do any better on this price? Can you do a bundle deal? I do that every single time. So anytime I'm at any pawn shop, I always ask them whenever I'm building up a stack, hey, can you work with me on this? 99% of the time they will. It obviously just depends on the mood that they're in. So the first game you saw me grab right there was Virtua Tennis 3 for the PSP. I do end up picking that game up for the collection. It is one that I did not have. Now, if you see me skip over a game or look at a game and put it back, it's because it was marked too high. A lot of this stuff has been here for, I would say, a half a year to a year because they have it marked at such a high price. They never go back through this stuff and they never reprice this stuff. So some of the stuff is individually priced while a lot of it's just $4.95. So I'm looking for those games that I can pick and flip. First one being Left 4 Dead 2 by Valve. This is an absolute excellent game. If you've never played the Left 4 Dead series, get the first one, play the second one. This is a great multiplayer game. I absolutely love this game, but it's also good to pick up for a quick flip. And you may be thinking to yourself, Renebean, you're not making that much off these games, maybe $4 or $5. But see, that's the secret. That's the key. Pick multiple games up where you're making multiple sets of $3 or $4, $5, $7, $30, as you're going to see later down the road here. And then you're finding that you are paying for the games that you want for your collection. But you're paying for it with free money, and that's the beauty of it all, because it's not costing you anything, you're making some money on top of that, and you're growing an awesome collection. So you see me pick up Enchanted Arms for the PlayStation 3. I'm glad I didn't get it. I couldn't remember if it was exclusive or not, but I do end up picking it up later in the episode for the 360, which is what I collect for. Also, you see me pick up The Walking Dead Season 2. I remember this game was a little bit more high priced, a little bit earlier on. It's not as much now. It's probably about a $10, $12 game, but still I picked it up, as well as NFL Blitz 2. This was an excellent game to pick up right here because I believe it still sells somewhere between 15 to 20 bucks. You're going to see me pull out my phone and get on that app that I always use to check kind of the rough estimate pricing of what games are going for. It's called Video Game Price Charting. What it does is it gives you a kind of like a tidbit price of Amazon, eBay, what games are selling for. It's not accurate, it's not perfect, but it does give you a rough idea. So I use this all the time, and it has helped me out tremendously. I also use it to check and see if a game is exclusive or not. If I typed in Left 4 Dead 2, it would tell me all available platforms it's on. Now, obviously, it's 360 and PC, I believe, but I'm still going to use it to check things like that. So as I'm scanning the shelves again, I'm glad I did, because here it is, NCAA Football 14, one of the most overlooked sports games when it comes to video game hunting, simply for the fact that people look at it and they're like, you know what, that's just a sports game, it's worthless. But just like Blitz the League 2, it's a sports game that still holds value. This is the last NCAA football that has been made. A lot of people still want to play this. It's for the 360 as well as the PS3. But I am going to double check it on my phone just to be sure that the market just didn't go completely down before I spend money on this game. But it hasn't. It still sells for $30 to $40. It was an absolute excellent pickup, and one that is extremely overlooked when it comes to video game hunting. I'm not putting it up. I'm putting it on the stack of games that I'm about to pick up. So after that find right there, I had no problem picking up Virtua Tennis 3, and then before I leave, I always make it a point to check the cabinet as you come in, because that's where they keep the handheld games, the actual consoles themselves, and then they had a very special find, which is why it makes this possibly my favorite pickup of the week. So here it is, guys, a console I've been looking for quite some time, and it's growing in rarity, and that is the Ouya, and it's complete in box. They had a price on it of $49.95. You know what? That's actually not a terrible price, especially considering this thing is boxed. I knew I had to have this unit. I have not found one of these out in the wild. I think I found the controller one time, but I could not find the whole unit, especially boxed. If you do not know what the Ouya is, it was a Kickstarter program console that was completely funded, but it just did not deliver on everything it was promised, and it failed terribly. So they do not make this unit no more, and it is very hard to find these. And this is a console that I am pretty sure is going to grow in rarity. It's going to be a console that rises in price, even though it is a failed unit. There's many failed unit consoles out there that are worth quite a bit, but this is just one that I wanted for my collection. The box actually looks pretty damn cool, so I knew I had to pick this up. I knew I had to make some sort of bundle deal on everything that I got. I always make it a point to go through all their individual Game Boy games and DS games here, because this is where I found Sword of Hope 2 for $5, which I ended up getting for like $3 anyways. I don't find anything crazy special, but I do find a copy of Vampire Secrets for the DS for 95 cents. So for all those games you saw me get on the shelves there, and then that Ouya, guess what I paid, guys? Are you ready for this? $55. Absolute excellent steal. Very happy about that. Never underestimate your pawn shops. Hit them up. You're going to get good stuff. Alright guys, so I'm at a pawn shop you have seen in previous pickups. Not often. I don't have as much luck here, and I also don't get to this side of town as often as I would like. I'm glad I stopped today. As I come up here, I look inside the case where they keep all the games, and I notice that there's barely anything in here. I think to myself, damn, did they have some special or sale that I missed out on? Tried to see if they had anything going with their consoles. I didn't find anything. I felt pretty heartbroken at this moment. I look over here to my right, and I see this big box that I thought had games in it, but it turned out to be DVDs. I don't understand what's going on. I saw no advertisement for a sale. I was just completely heartbroken at this point. Because if I missed a sale and they just got rid of all these games, I know that I missed out on something special. So that would be just completely upsetting to me. I take one more look behind their glass cabinet just to see if there's anything that I missed, but all I'm seeing is a bunch of mediocre stuff here. I didn't know what was going on. And just when I think all hope is lost and it's time to leave with my head hanging low and my tail between my legs, that's when I spot it out of the corner of my eye. I walk over to reveal a huge-ass wheelbarrow full of games. Oh my God, my heart started thumping. I knew that I was the first person to see this. It is time to hunt. Now you'll see here the sign says sale $3, but you know what? You know me, I'm going to get a huge stack of games, and we're going to get a huge deal on top of that. So I ended up getting, I think, 24 or 25 games, and I paid $50 for everything, which was a great price. It works out to a little more than $2 a game, and you're going to see I pulled out some absolute winners here. Games that I needed for my collection as games that I'm going to sell and recoup this cost and get this stuff for free and maybe even make a few bucks on top of that. So I was very happy. This definitely turned the day around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little bit lazy here. I'm going to put on some background music. I'm going to let you see me dig, and of course in the end of the episode you'll see me go over all the pickups of everything that I got. But I get some good stuff here, guys, and you're going to see that as I'm digging. You'll see a little bit of animation in the bottom right of some of the games that I pick up. Not all of them, because that would be a lot of little clips, but I want you to sit back and enjoy this, guys. This was an awesome find. Alright guys, so here we are through the eyes of the wonderful Miss Renebean, meeting up with someone that I have met now. This would be the third time, or shall I say Miss Renebean has met, because I'm never there to go to meet with this guy. She's always the one doing it. This guy listed that he had a Super Nintendo with 5 games for $60. Absolute excellent steal when you see the games that we got there. I asked him, hey man, got anything else? And he said that he had a Gamecube with the Game Boy player. And I said, well, does it have the disc? You bet your ass it has the disc. So I paid $95 for everything you're going to see Miss Renebean pull out of this bag. This was an absolute excellent pickup right here. Now, if I need to jog your memory a little bit, I picked up a huge CDI lot from him, as well as a very nice NES lot in previous pickups. That's where I got my Chubby Cherub, my Faces of Evil. This guy's awesome. He's a collector, and I don't know whether he's just getting out of it or just times are hard, but hey, I hit him up with a price. He took it. Look at this. Zelda, the promotional. Believe it or not, I didn't have this damn game. In my Zelda shrine, I was missing this one. Completely shocked the absolute hell out of me. There are very few Zelda games that I am missing for the complete collection, and that was one of them. But as you can see here, we got the Super Nintendo. It's a little bit yellowed, but I haven't tested yet. I'm sure it works. This guy does not bullshit. Super Ghouls and Ghosts right there. We got Super Return of the Jedi. We got Mortal Kombat 2. We got the fabulous Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. He said that you needed to open it up or something. It was just kind of moving around. I'm going to open it up, see if everything's fine in there. I'm sure it is. This guy is not a bullshitter. He is a very awesome person, and he works excellent deals. Copy of Super Mario World. You can tell that this lot was well worth the $60 they listed it for, but for $95 to get everything, it was an absolute excellent deal. And inside the Game Boy player adapter attached to the bottom of the GameCube was a copy of Castlevania Circle of the Moon. So this was a very awesome pickup. Definitely the contender between this and the Ouya for my favorite pickup of the week. But this guy has always done great deals, and I was very happy that he did it again. Alright guys, so here we are with the final pickup of the episode, and we got some more GameCube games at Goodwill in the buggy where they just throw a bunch of random stuff in there. And look what we got here. Super Mario Sunshine, complete beautiful condition, as well as a copy of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Excellent condition. You can tell that these were adult owned. They don't even have a smudge on them. Now, of course, I'm going to open up all the other GameCube games. See what, you never know, something could get swapped up. You might have a Melee in one of these cases. And don't worry, I did not toss away Dr. Dre's The Chronic album. I'm just looking for GameCube games. That's my priority. You best believe I picked that up for the truck because I needed that for listening purposes. Now, it's funny as I'm doing these narrations, looking at all this footage, and you see that red case right there that says Nintendo GameCube? I never even looked inside that because it was not a GameCube game. It was a generic case. I wonder what the hell was inside of it. Maybe one of y'all can zoom in there and see what that thing said, but it's crazy some of the things that I miss. I get people pointing out all the time, hey man, you missed such and such, you missed this, you missed that. It happens, guys. My eyes are fixed on certain objects while you're looking at the whole entirety of what the glasses are filming. My eyes are fixed on certain things, so I don't know what was in that case. There could have been a Super Smash Bros. Melee in there. We'll never know unless one of you guys can see it. But keep in mind, almost every episode, I miss something. It's inevitable. You can be the best hunter of all time. You're going to miss stuff. It's just the way it works. But I didn't find any other GameCube games. But for $3 a piece, Super Mario Sunshine and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, absolute excellent deal. And I also got the Chronic album for $1.50. So you can't hate pickups like that. It was definitely a great end to this episode. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed all that awesome live footage, and just like always, we're going to go over everything here on a one-on-one level. If I can remember anything about it, I'll tell you. If not, we'll just kind of zoom through it because it's never in any particular order, and we got heaps of stuff to go through, which I'm very excited for. So first off, you didn't see this on camera, but I went to this one thrift store. You've seen it before in previous pickups, like where I got my Hyperscan there. But just in their bin with Game Boy games, they had this random N64 Jumper Pack. Now, if you follow my vlog series, which I highly recommend you do because you can see how to, refurbish consoles, clean them, test them, all that sort of thing, as well as just see what it's like to be the game hunter collector. I picked up a bunch of these that were aftermarket. I paid like $3 a piece for it, but I only paid $2 for this, which was a pretty decent pickup. It's good to have those on hand because I have encountered N64s missing their jumper packs, expansion packs, so that's good to have. I got tremendous amount of luck at Goodwills here lately. I don't understand that. My Goodwills are becoming very terrible at finding games. They are all, looking their prices up. They are going, right at or above eBay, and it's just, there's a lot of shady shit going on with the Goodwills around my area. But here lately, I've been having some luck.
hopefully that continues. So anyways, I picked up, well, this was just in here. This is not video game related, but we got the Chronic Dr. Dre. I needed that actually just to put in the in the truck. Nothing game related, but what I got that when I got these as well. We got SpongeBob for GameCube, a Battle for Bikini Bottom for $3, and I think this is complete. I gotta say these gotta be adult owned. And actually, since this is not in any particular order, I got another GameCube find that you saw in the live footage. This has to correlate with that because I got this after I got that, and they just probably didn't put it all out at the same time, which was beneficial to me. We got the best one, Super Mario Sunshine. Best one for that day. Again, for $3, this is complete, and it's got to be adult-owned because these discs are absolutely beautiful, and I got a strong feeling that one's going to be an upgrade for me. I absolutely love Super Mario Sunshine. You know what the biggest flaw of this game is, and it happens with a lot of older games, is you cannot invert the looking, you know. So with your C stick, it's inverted as, you know, meaning left is right, right is left. That happens a lot with older games. I grew up with that, but you know, as games have evolved and it became to where that inversion was not the standard, you kind of get used to how it is now, and then when you go back to it, you're like, oh, this is just a pain in the ass. Some older games, very few allowed you to change that, but that was one of them, which is kind of a shame. I went back and played through it again, and the whole time I was just bitching. I hate that. It's great when it comes to things like flight controls, like if you are going up and down. That's how I learned how to fly. You know, games like Star Fox, a lot of the older generation knows what I'm talking about. But when it comes to looking around, I can't have it like that. We might as well talk about the Goodwill find before that, or the one that led into. Oh, that's a beautiful lot right there. I got all these games here at Goodwill. Actually, no, I'll put those to a side. I'm trying to remember all this. This was the first pickup of, after the last live video, this was that first pickup. I got these at Goodwill. This was a great deal too. We got Godzilla Save the Earth for the PlayStation 2. Is that complete? No. That's all. That's going to be flipped. Donkey Kong Country's Returns for $1.50. Godzilla was $2, by the way. This is the special one right here because I didn't have it. At least I'm fairly positive I don't have it. Fuck, I'll have to look later. Oh, I can't see. But it's Dino Stalker by Capcom. This looks absolutely awesome. I've never played this, but it looks really damn cool. Complete, great condition. I'm going to have to give that a shot. But for $2, excellent deals. Man, what is going on with Goodwills here lately, guys? I have no idea. Oh, yeah, this is all Goodwill stuff. So I got to lean all over the place to get all this shit. It's everywhere, guys. So the first bit that I was in Goodwill, when I found the first taste of GameCube, don't you fall over there, the first bit of GameCube games, I go up to the shelf, and I just see, these were side by side too, that's what was crazy, but it's Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. I don't have Pikmin 2, I have yet to come across this, and now I have it. I'm very happy. It is not complete, missing the manual, but I'm not one of those crazy people. It doesn't bother me that it's missing the manual. If I ever find another copy, I can upgrade, which I love, making my collection a lot healthier, which a lot of us do. And then there's Pikmin 1, but of course when I open it, it didn't have Pikmin 1 in it. Instead it had Luigi's Mansion. Come on, that's great right there. That's a pricier damn game. A little bit scratched, but we'll test that, make sure it plays. But those were $1. Look at this. I don't even know if y'all see the best part of that. Look at the damn price tags on that. A freaking $1, man. Goodwill's slipping here lately. They're not going to the kid that likes to individually price all this shit. They're slipping past them, and they're going to the DVD rack. Please let that continue. So while I got those GameCube games, I was like, I better check their controller section. There may be some GameCube controllers, and I'm glad I did because they did have one. They had an aftermarket there, but this was only $4. The stick is pretty good. This is dirty. Always pick up your controllers, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Pick up your damn controllers. They also, while I was there, all of them were $4. We got the Wii Classic controller. These sell for like 15, 20 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. $4, pretty good deal. And a Wiimote, which like I say, even if it's not for resale, I need these to complete systems. So I always try to pick them up, and I always try to keep them on hand. $4 for all that. And then, though, the final one was that, oh my god, everything just gets scattered around. This was actually a separate Goodwill. See, everything is just all over the place. So another stop at Goodwill. Goodwill has just been the main focus of this video, which I hope it continues. I doubt it. N64 controller, no frays or splits in the cord for $6. The stick is a little wonky. That's probably like a 6 out of 10. If you're not familiar with what rating systems are when it comes to an N64 controller joystick, you may see it says 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, whatever it is. They're rating how loose the joystick actually is. Joysticks are notorious for just becoming loose over time. A 10 out of 10 still has just the slightest bit of wiggle to it, but it's very stiff. This is like a 5 to a 6 out of 10. So if you're listing that or selling that, make sure you always include what the joystick is, the rating-wise, people understand. And then one that I needed for my collection, because I collect aftermarkets at their older retro style, the Shark Pad Pro 64 2. This thing is in very, very good condition, actually. The joystick feels like complete and utter shit. It's weird feeling. I don't know if I like that or not. The best mod you can do is those GameCube style mods, where you take the GameCube style stick and put them in there. One of my vlog videos shows that. Very cool. Alright, I stopped at a thrift store. You may see it on the video, I can't remember, where I come across this, and I was like, oh sweet, that's a good game. They only charge $2.99 for games there. Open it up. Unfortunately, there was no game, but I put the charm on her. I was like, can I have the case if you don't want it? She gave it right to me. That's great, because if I can find the game, I can complete it, or I can sell the case as is. Because that's the thing, people. You got to understand. Everything has a price on it. Let's see. This, oh man, there's just so many good finds. Alright. This was a pawn shop, one that you've seen me go to a handful of times. I paid, trying to remember, like $50 or $55 for everything you're going to see me pull up to you. So I went to the games, of course, first, and I'm going through, and when I go to those games are to help me find a game that I can flip so I can get a free game out of it, make some money even, or however it goes. I ended up getting this for free, basically. This was $49.95. Now keep in mind, a lot of people don't understand. Pawn shops, any price you see at a pawn shop is a suggestion. They typically mark things above pricing, knowing that they're going to cut it down during a haggle. If you go in there and you pay full price for an item, you're just an idiot. Pawn shops will haggle with you. So, but keep in mind, this was $49. This was complete. I needed this console. This is becoming an obscure, hard to find console. It's just, it failed. It was terrible. It was a Kickstarter program. I didn't have it, but I wanted this for my collection. This was $49.95. Keep in mind, I haggled the price after everything, and I paid $50, $55. I can't remember exactly how much. It was around that range, around that price. So what did I get game-wise? Well, I needed Virtua Tennis 3, so I picked that up. They had that marked at $3.95. I'm just adding that to my collection. But how are we going to pay for this shit? I don't like spending my money. I like getting stuff for free. So obviously my hitters that I always go for, we got Left 4 Dead 2, which I think dropped in price, but that's a good one to pick up. We got The Walking Dead Season 2. This is another good pickup right here. These were all $4.95. Now we're getting into some stuff like, what are you talking about? That stuff's not worth that much. You'd be fucking surprised. Blitz 2 The League for PlayStation 3. All resale, making my money back. And you know it's really going to make all this money back, and what's going to get me a free game and a free Ouya? NCAA Football 14 right here. This is overlooked, and this is, if you can find this thing can sell $30 to $40, believe it or not. I think it's the last NCAA to come out. $4.95, guys. Do your research, learn how to hunt, and you're going to find you are getting some awesome stuff out there. That's why I hope these videos help you guys. And I get a lot of you guys out there that are like, you have helped me grow my collection, and I love hearing that. Look at that. Woo! I'm so excited for that. That is I would probably consider that my favorite pickup of the week, simply for the fact that I've been looking for this thing for a long, long time. So very cool to get that. That's awesome. I got so much stuff to go through. I'm worried that it's all going to go over the place. Let's see here. So from a buddy of mine that you saw, Mr. Cheeto himself, I grew up with this guy. We ended up working out a trade. Well, not necessarily a trade. Me and him play the shit out of PUBG together, and his old Xbox didn't perform that well. He had the original black Xbox One. I was like, man, I just upgraded to the One X. Let me trade you my One S, which, the hardware specs is a little bit better. It's not going to be on par with the X, obviously, but it's gonna play a little bit better. I traded him this, and he gave me his old Xbox. He's my buddy. I'm not gonna shekel his ass hard or anything. He gave me his old Xbox, and then he was all like, I can give you some money on top of that. But he said that he found some old games at his dad's house. I was like, man, there's no need. Just give me what you got. I'm not worried about it. And believe it or not, it kind of works out to be about the same for what it is. So he's happy, I'm happy, and I get to add some stuff to the collection. So anyways, what we got, if I can pull this big bastard over, and I will say shame on him, man. He's got this thing dirty. I'm going to have to clean the hell out of it. But it is the Call of Duty, the Sentinel Task Force. Is that Call of Duty, that Xbox One. He's a smoker. It doesn't smell too bad. I do have to clean that thing, though. All the hookups, and it's not the controller that came with it, I don't think. And that was the battery cover from mine. He needed that or something. I don't know, but he traded me that. And then he gave me some games, some retro games here that he had. He was going to give me all this and then money on top of that. I was like, you don't have to do that, man. There ain't no point. We got a Nintendo NES Quick Shot, which I use these to bundle with systems. These are great for games like Top Gun and things. We got that. The games that I got with it, Joe and Mac, pretty cool right there. That's an awesome game. And that one may be a label upgrade for me. One that I did not have, very happy about this, the Addams Family. That's what I'm talking about. Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin's dumbass on there. And then I thought I had... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, here's another one that I did not have, which was Super R-Type. Now, it's not the third one. That third one's pricey as shit. That's a good one to add to the collection. I didn't have it. And what was really special about all this is he's like, I even got Mario Paint, which I got the game here. He's got the mouse, which this game is worthless without the mouse. A lot of people don't realize that. So you'll go to these vendors at yard sales and flea markets, and they'll have like this listed like next to like Mario World prices. Like, you're an idiot unless you got the mouse. I didn't have the board, man. I needed this. This little damn mouse pad that says Nintendo right here, I didn't have it. So now I do. That's really awesome right there to have that. And then, of course, we got a zapper. He says he's going to go back to his dad's, do some more digging. Hopefully he finds me something crazy, a little Samson, a surprise dinosaur pig. Who knows what we'll get? You never know. All right. God almighty, you could tell it's just a lot of stuff. You know, I ain't going to say it's the worst part. It's a bittersweet thing. But at the end of all this, I got to clean all this shit up. I got games everywhere, man. But I love it, man. It's great. People who do what I do, they know what I'm talking about. So... I go to this other pawn shop, and you saw me get like Mega Man X8 or something like this or something like that a while back. I went there, and I was shocked at first. I was like, "There's no games in the display cabinet. Did they have some sale that I missed out?" And then I realized, well, there's a big ass wheelbarrow full of games that I just overlooked. And they said $3 a piece. I was like, "Well, all right, I'm gonna get them cheaper than $3 a piece because I'm gonna get a mountain of games." And of course, he's gonna cut it down. Now, I will say there's like 2 games in here that I should not have bought. Simply, I didn't realize that I still had them in my stack. I should have put them in my questionable stack. Like, do I need this? Is it going to be worth it? They weren't, and already had one, but it was still a great price. I think for about $50, you're going to see this mountain of games right here. Ooh, and I did forget to mention, at the pawn shop where I got the Ouya, I paid 95 cents for Vampire Secrets. That was just randomly on the ground, which a lot of this stuff ends up. So, for about, is it 50? Yeah, $50 I paid for all these games right here, guys. Obviously, I'm going to make my money back, but I'm going to get to keep a lot of these games. A lot of these games are games that I did not have, but of course, I'm going to make my money back. So, here's one I did not have, City Crisis. I'm just going to kind of zoom through. This is a stack, and we still got another big old bag of shit to go through. City Crisis, very cool. This is going to be one to sell. Hunter the Reckoning for Gamecube. I don't think. Alright, guys, sorry. I know I'm just looking at this. These are games that, some of these games I did not have. This is a resale right here. Crash Bandicoot Wrath Cortex, which I always say. I've seen sales for like 10 or 15 bucks usually. Another Left 4 Dead 2. SX Superstar, which I'm going to keep until I get the one for Xbox, because I don't think I have it. Let's see. We got The Getaway. That's resale. Summoner, which will be a bundler. One that I needed right here. Enchanted Arms, which I have not played. I hear this game is absolutely excellent. 2 games that I did not have for the collection, which is EverQuest Online Adventures and EverQuest Online Adventures Frontier. I'm sure it still has to be like hooked up maybe to like a LAN. I'm not sure. But I didn't have them. This game's I'm adding to the collection, people. Alright, resale. We got Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare. Very awesome. If you are a fan of RDR and you have not played that, come on, guys. Alright, we got in these packages here, we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is all resale right there. We got Kingdom Hearts 2. Very cool. They didn't have the cases, but you know what? I can sell disc only. Here's one that I put in my maybe pile just because I can't. When it comes to Rock Band games and Guitar Hero games, some of them are worth money. Some are, you know, like Metallica and things like that. For whatever reason, my mind was slipping. I was caught up in the moment. I put this in my pile. I don't know. Don't hate me for it. Everybody makes dumbass decisions. This game's not worth shit. Maybe $5. It's worth it when it comes to like the controllers and all that with it, but I'm past it. A game I needed for the collection, which is Prism Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn. Here's one that I already had, but which will be a bundler. Orphan. I'm pretty sure I don't have Orphan. I'm sorry if I'm always turning my head, because I can't ever remember this shit. Oni. I'm sure I'm going to get bitched at for pronouncing that wrong. Outlaw Volleyball Remix, which is one that I did not have, which I'm pretty sure is only for PlayStation 2. Great to have that. Here's one that a lot of people overlook. They don't realize it's great for resale. And it comes for 360, PlayStation 3, or the Wii. And that's Guitar Hero 5. Good resellers right there. Army Men Green Rogue. Very cool. And here's one that I shouldn't have bought because I already had it. It's not worth much. I just couldn't remember if I already had it. And that's The Great Escape. Still not bad. And then another resale right here is Super Monkey Ball 2, which I may not have. That whole stack for $50, guys. If you wouldn't have bought that out in the wild for $50, you're in the wrong game. You ain't gonna be able to build no collection if you don't know what the hell you're doing. Oh, that was an awesome rush right there. Whenever I got all those games, I was very thrilled with that. All right, the last pickup right here, which is all from one guy. You have seen this guy in previous pickups twice now. I got my first NES lot from him. It was a huge NES lot. Had like Chubby Cherub in there. It was very excellent. Got his amazing prices. Then I picked up my Philips CDI lot from him. Again, amazing deals. I got my Faces of Evil, Legend of Zelda CDI game from him. And then I saw he posted on Facebook that he had a Super Nintendo lot for $60. When I see a Super Nintendo lot for around that price, and I see like the first game being Super Mario World, it's obviously worth it. Anything after that is going to be either profit or stuff for your collection. We had some good games with it. And then I always say, man, do you have anything else you want to get rid of? He's like, well, I got a GameCube. It doesn't have the cords, but it has the Game Boy adapter with it. I was like, well, does it have the Game Boy Player disc with it? He's like, it sure does. So for $95, I got everything you're going to see. The final pickup, everything was $95. One thing that was included, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, which I already have that, so that will be a flippable. It has an official memory card in there. We got Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, the promotional disc right here, which actually is complete. I don't think mine is, so anytime I upgrade, phenomenal. He's an adult, obviously, so everything he has is in really damn good condition, minus some stickers, but it happens to all of us. Here's the Super Nintendo, which is going to someone. I finally can get him a Super Nintendo. I've been, he has been on the list for one for quite some time. I said, without being the yard sale season, I'm going by Let Go and Facebook and all that. Yellow Super Nintendo. It's not terribly yellowed, but we'll still have to test it, make sure it works. I'm sure it does. This guy wouldn't bullshit. It's got the hookups. It's got this weird aftermarket innovation controller. I'll pair that to some unlucky soul with like a very bad Super Nintendo or something. It's got one official in there too, which is nice. Alright, now for the games, which is what you want to see. It's no crazy, nothing crazy, but keep in mind, I paid $95 for all this. So the first game, which is an upgrade for me because my copy looks bad, Mortal Kombat 2. This is one that I'm not sure if I have or not, and I'm always love that because when I see that I don't have it, it gets me very happy. Super Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Alright, now the bigger titles, we got Super Mario World. We got the final two, which is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And then The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, one of my favorite Zeldas of all time. $95, guys. Phenomenal deal. That game, you got to keep in mind little things like that. That Game Boy CD right there, or the Game Boy Player CD, that's like $50 just for that disc, man. Oh, it's crazy how prices are. That's it, guys. I am very happy to have finally given y'all a good long episode. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and all that. And you know what? Holy shit, I'm so glad that I did not forget. But we got to announce the winners. I almost, for the first time, almost forgot to announce the winners. You're lucky. I'm lucky. Alright, guys. So the winners to the contest giveaway. We got number 1, David Gorsuch. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Gorsuch, I'm not sure. Gorsuch. I think it's Gorsuch. And number 2, Mark Webb. If you don't have an Instagram, make one. Message me. Say, hey, I'm the winner. You got $20 store credit. You see a game that's $20, you get it for free. See one for $30, you get it for $10. Very simple. If you didn't win this contest, there's always next time. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share the video. And then obviously, since I am starting to take off with my eBay business, we're going to start getting mad listings done here in the next week or so, and I can't wait for that. But anyways, guys, that is it. Oh, I'm so glad I did not forget to announce the winners. That was a close one. I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.